The Evolution Show is a real showcase for the state of technology today. I think people should come to Evolution Show because it's a real benchmark of where the technology is. It's a fantastic collection of leading edge bikes, planes, boats, and of course cars.
The Evolution Show is an example of how people can create electrified transport for themselves and for future generations.
It brings us as manufacturers and developers together, but also it brings the public in to see what's available, to understand what you can do, to see that it's not all big manufacturers. There's a lot of really clever small companies also developing the technology.
So I think events like this are very important to show not only to the nerds that know about it already through the YouTubes and the Facebooks, but to give people of the general populace an idea that it's not just projects in somebody's garage. These are ready-made products that are ready to really wow people.
I think events like this are important specifically to open many people's eyes to what's out there on the market already, and to help people understand how they can use an old car and update it to use modern day electric technology.
Battery technology and electric car technology in general is just moving on by leaps and bounds. There's pretty well everything I did on this one in 2007. There's something better or cheaper available now.
Electric compares really favorably to fossil fuels in the sense that the experience of driving it just gives you the EV grin. You're going before you even know it. You've been so programmed to think of vibration and noise before you start moving, and here you just start moving before you even know it. It's just a great experience.
I wasn't too sure how enjoyable driving an electric car would be, but since I've been driving one for 6 months, I would never go back to the gear changing and the multiple pedals.
Electric cars are so much nicer to drive. They're smoother, they're faster, they're more responsive, they're quieter. It's far more fun to drive an electric car than a petrol or diesel one.
Well, the driving experience is fantastic. I mean, it's so much simpler to drive an electric car than the traditional petrol or diesel car. Typically, you'd have no gearbox, for instance, so it's a very cool experience. Very efficient, very fast. Many of the cars here today will do 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds, so by no means sluggish.
I think if you don't know anything about electric cars, the first reason for getting involved with them is simply cost of running. They're far cheaper to fuel than using diesel or petrol. And then, of course, they are far less polluting.
In the car manufacturing world, by 2020, all new vehicles will have to drastically reduce their carbon emissions, and it'd be very unlikely you'll be able to buy a fully fossil-fueled engine ever again.
So our message to people in the world is that electric is now beyond the stage of tinkerers and innovators. We've got some really cool products, and we're ready to show people how much fun you can have in an emission-free way and not be compromising on any of the performance or power that we were used to with the gas-burning cars.
I'm a racing driver for BMW. I love electric cars. Those things wouldn't necessarily go together in the average person's mind, but electric cars now are fun, they're fast, they're becoming increasingly cheaper.
Electric vehicles running on renewable energy work, and they are part of the solution. If you want to be part of the solution too, think about getting an electric vehicle, think about converting your vehicle to electric, and become part of the renewables revolution.